Well, this is Monday morning, down on the watercress beds, collecting some water for the allotment. It's quite a tedious business of filling these containers, which contain about 5 gallons each, and taking them back up to the allotment and filling the tubs. So here goes. Once they're filled, put them in the wheelbarrow, trundle them up to the allotment.
Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Malcolm. Are you having a good time?
Yes. Hello. It's 6th of August, so that second weekend of August, and it's pleasantly cooler but very sunny. So this weekend, Nigel and I, we're doing 3 basic things. First of all, I need to do some succession planting, and I will just show you in a second what I'm planning to plant. And then Nigel, as always, is going to do the watering, and we show you what it really involves, and we do some harvest. So that's a probably typical weekend or gardening sort of tasks in August. You clear things up, you harvest, you do plant some more or sow some more, and you make sure that your plants are fed and watered. So let me just show you what is behind me. So what I have here is beans which were planted, basically sown 2 weeks ago. It was my daughter's Amy's job to do, and oh, this one is broken, but let's have a look. We have some berlotto beans, we've got dwarf French bean, which that's probably is green. We have some dwarf yellow beans, and we have still some mange tout sweet horizon. I don't think she understood when I say sow some chicory. She basically emptied the bag of seeds into this tiny containers. I've got a million chicory seeds, and I've got some rab. So what else I'm going to be planting beside the beans, and maybe some mange tout. I've got some Christmas potatoes. Is that the time of the year? Have I forgotten this? It's probably because we still have loads of potatoes. We still have Swift to dig up, and these going to be donated to the community fridge. And then we have some Charlotte, which I keep for the sort of keep us going for the next few months. And we still have pink fir apple, which are the main crop. So we still have lots of potatoes, but I do like to try to get some Christmas potatoes. Last year we've planted Nicola straight in the ground, and although they looked good, they did catch the blight in the end, and we cut all the foliage off, and there was a very little harvest. Well, this year they came back with vengeance, so we also have loads of volunteers of Nicola potatoes. But I popped into the local garden centre. So what I've picked up is Pentland Javelin, because I never had them before, and another bag of Charlotte. These say, to plant July to September. I will actually put them in pots. I originally thought maybe, because I've got some space, I could put them in a soil, but I'm thinking it's probably sod's law. It will be a really wet autumn and winter, and they will catch again the disease, and I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to put them in I have very large sort of fabric pots. I can put them in, and let's see how that works. But that's for tomorrow, so I will update you on that the next week. In the meantime, let's get on with those beans while the weather is still pleasant to work, you know, while it's still fairly cool. So some of these beans are going to go into this bed, and some are going to go in any free spaces. There's some space here and there's some space there, and maybe even at the edge of the tomatoes, who knows. So I just got to water these beds really well before I start planting. Gosh, it's hot. Well, Nigel filled in the water butts, and we watered just about everything except things we never water, like asparagus and so on. The cabbages and Brussels sprouts, they have roots now. They've been there for months and they know how to find the water. But everything else has been watered, and I can even see some germination of seeds. I can see there's one bed which has germinating parsley and dill, so that is, and some carrots as well. So obviously that is saying that we're probably watering enough, if and often enough, maybe not as much as they would like, but often enough for seeds to germinate. So that's a better news, because before nothing was germinating. Now I have planted the beans today and it's getting very hot, so I'm going to postpone. I still have mange tout to do, and I still have leek to do tomorrow, but I will have to do a wrap for today. We've got some harvesting to do, and again I won't be doing all the harvests that we do this week. I'm just going to do what we need for tonight's dinner, which I consider is one very oversized cucumber which needs to be taken, and courgette, which is now becoming a marrow. Other than that, just some sweet peas for the table, and some beans for the supper, and coriander, and that's about it. I just filled the gaps randomly here, wherever there was space. This is a French Dwarf purple bean. As a bit of an experiment, I also did a row of beans here where the tomatoes were, and they're not exactly sort of taking all the space. So, and they get watered quite often, almost every day. So that's some beans there as well. In this little bed, I mean it is very little, it's about 2 feet by 4. I've planted some of that dwarf French bean, but this is all yellow bean, mainly yellow bean I think. So let's see how that goes. We've watered out with 2 cans of water. Let's see if that's gonna take okay. And here, because the sugar baby is not doing very much at all, but it has started to climb the structure. I've put some bean on the bottom, and that is berlotto bean. So let's see if we have any success with the berlotto bean. I just have to show you this, because perhaps next week it will not be here. This is the most spectacular display that artichoke does if you don't harvest it in time. Well, I'm leaving it because it's just so beautiful. And you know, let's just put this into context. These are the artichokes, and they're very tall, about 4 foot, and towering well above that, about 7 foot, some of them, is the purple tree spinach. These seeds were purchased from Sarah Raven. Well, they look spectacular, but also is absolutely a forest. I didn't expect it to be a proper tree trunks like. So this is the very, very, very first of the cucumbers. There are a couple. These are La Diva. So here it is, La Diva, very smooth. Definitely time to harvest that, maybe a little bit too late. So the next thing I need to harvest really is this courgette. Well, it is a marrow now, so that's why we're going to take it. I'm just going to put the coriander leaves in the plastic bag so they don't dry up by the time we get home. And they need to be well washed because this is splashing from the, obviously from the quite a lot. And Nigel is making a red Thai curry with salmon, and that'd be really good to have some of the coriander. So here's our harvest for tonight. So we've got one almost marrow, one very large cucumber, some French beans and some coriander in that bag, and sweet peas, and the phones didn't grow in our garden. Sorry for the bad joke. I think it's a bit Tony Blackburn one. So that's us for today, and we will be back tomorrow and finish updating you on what else happened this weekend.
Hello, aubergine.
We're gonna cut these black beauties, I think.
Oh.
Please don't make that noise.
And here is another.
What do you think we should do? I have two choices. Or we're gonna do a chutney, or we're gonna do a baba ganoush.
I love it when she talks dirty. 3 aubergines. I'm going to cut that red pepper off.
And why not? If you can manage.
Through the jungle. Da, 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 da. Come here, my beauty. Hello, little cucumber, cut off in your prime. One cucumber. Right amongst the stingers, eh? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No.
I'll say goodbye in the middle.
A Polish cucumber. Oh my word. Here, Polish prickly cucumber. There you go.
There is another one.
There's another one, but I can't get to it because it's hidden away. Can I see it? Well, that's it for this week. It's been really hot and we spent a lot of time watering, but finally picking a few aubergines and cucumbers, beans. Looking forward to the harvest to come. So it's goodbye for me and goodbye from Malgosia, and we hope to see you next week. And if you'd like to subscribe, please do. So it's goodbye for now.